What going, man? It's Woody Smalls. I'm coming at y'all boys with another video, man. And today we're reacting to LeBron James destroys The View over Caitlin Clark hate. Now, I never seen like the clip that they're talking about or whatever, so this is all new to me. Let's see what my boy LBJ talking about. But if you did click on this video, I truly do appreciate you for watching. Film saying hopefully you're having a great and fantastic day. And shout out to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, allowing me to be here, allowing God to be here, and just everything's done for us truly. Thank you, Jesus Christ. But with all that being said, man, without further ado, give it up. Oh, dang it. Messed up. Give it up.
Has a knack for turning almost any conversation into a discussion about race.
If you watch the View, bro, especially as a man, I mean, views to me is not good. Regardless, especially as a man, what the heck are you doing, bro?
She casually suggests that Clark's rising stardom somehow tied into white privilege, their favorite word. But not everyone was buying it. Even LeBron James, who's a major SJW,
maybe the GOAT,
have clapped back, defending Clark and calling out the oversimplification of her incredible impact on women's basketball. As always, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell.
You know, I've been a basketball fan since I can remember. I played basketball with my dad in Harlem when I was 5 years old. So
that doesn't mean jack, but okay.
Loving the game, and the game not necessarily loving women back, right? At all. And the WNBA.
I mean, you kind of have to think. You gotta like if you watch the WNBA and the WNBA compared to two. I mean, no diss, but like, kind of makes sense. But anyway, keep going.
Started in 1996. First games played in 1997. It's 2024, and we're just really now talking about it. And so if Caitlin Clark is the vehicle that will bring this sport that I have loved so much and so long to little 5-year-old girls playing in Harlem, I say yes, bravo. I have no problem with that.
Nothing out of the ordinary yet. She's just spreading lies about how the game doesn't love women back.
I mean, yeah, that's not the case. It's just, quite frankly, if you watch the game, you compare, then, I mean, it's not. I mean, it's common sense, bro. All right, put it that way.
Especially when you take in the fact that the WNBA is fully subsidized by the NBA, and the Women's League has literally only lost money since its inception. Just to say, it's not profitable. Also, she's celebrating that it's only recently that people have started talking about it, but as far as I know, The View has been on the air for as long as I can remember, literally longer than I've been alive, I believe. So I'm curious why they don't have a weekly segment to promote it every single week.
I mean, hey, why not? Y'all could talk about it. Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, he cooking. I'm not saying you have to do a weekly segment, but y'all could bring it up. Y'all could talk about it. You know what I'm saying? You're just saying, you know, you ain't helping the cause either, babe.
Stand by your word. Anyway, she didn't end it there and somehow managed to make it about Caitlin's race.
With that being said, I do think that there is a thing called pretty privilege. There is a thing called white privilege.
First, all right, let's all be honest. Caitlin Clark, bro. No diss to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is not like a mulatto, bro. So let's get that. It's not because of pretty. There's been so much pretty girls in the WNBA in college. Pretty, like, we all know, like, who we talking about, or we all have an idea that did not get what she's get. So just get that out of here. In white privilege, what girl ever in WNBA college history or whatever has played like Caitlin Clark? All the records she has broken. What girl has did that? What she literally. Like, her stats says everything. The stuff she does, if you look at her statistically, like just straight statistically and all the stuff she has done without knowing who this girl is, like, that says enough on paper. Like, if you just look at her on paper and compare to everybody else, that's already enough right then and there. And then when you watch how she plays very entertaining. She does stuff that no girl has played yet, has done consistently. What it, like...
thing called tall privilege, and we have to.
Did you say tall
privilege? There is a thing called tall privilege, and we have to acknowledge that. And so, the part of it is about race, because if you think about the Brittany Griners of the world, you know why.
Caitlin Clark is far better than Brittany Griner at basketball, bro. Stop.
Have to go to play in Russia
because they wouldn't pay her.
Because they wouldn't pay her.
Because they wouldn't pay. Not because she was black.
They don't pay nobody.
Because they didn't believe in the WNBA.
This is part of my point. So now, you know, Caitlin Clark is bringing this money, these sponsorships, we hope, into the league, and other players will benefit from it. But I do think that she is more relatable to more people because she's white, because she's a...
Are you serious? Do you know how much black people mess with Caitlin Clark? Like, what are you talking?
And unfortunately, there still is that stigma of against the LGBTQ plus community. 70% of the WNBA is black. A third of the players are in the LGBTQ plus community.
There's also a thing called the view privilege. I'm going to coin that right now, where shouting counts as winning arguments.
Let me know what y'all think so far, Brian. Let's blow on me, bro. I'm sorry.
Jokes aside, though, why does Sonny feel the need to make everything about race or looks? Reducing Caitlin Clark's incredible success to white privilege isn't just a bad take. It's outright disrespectful to all of the women in the WNBA she claims to champion. It dismisses the sheer hard work, talent, and dedication Clark has put into the perfecting of her craft. And please drop a like if you think what she said.
If Angel Reese is getting the start on that Caitlin Clark or all the glaze, and now then that's a problem. Like, all jokes aside, because okay, the meat bounds and all that. No, Angel Reese is good. I'm not saying she's trash, but okay, that's a problem. But what Caitlin Clark has did, bro, stop, bro. Like, that's literally like on paper. If you can like. It's kind of
also qualifies as racism. Imagine the scenes if someone like Skip Bayless or Colin Cowherd tied LeBron James's massive success to the color of his skin. The backlash would be merciless, and rightfully so. You see, here's the problem for them. Identity politics just doesn't work in sports, since there's a way of cutting through all this noise, because at the end of the day, performance and statistics do not care about your race or appearance. Reflect a player's ability, effort, and determination. A lot of people in women's basketball have also mentioned that Caitlin Clark is not just another player, she's a generational talent. Among them was LeBron James himself, who completely dunked on people like Sonny as he went on a podcast with JJ Redick.
I'm rooting for Caitlin because I've been in that seat before. I've walked that road before. I hope she kills. I hope Aaliyah Boston does amazing. I hope they do great. I'm just kind of in this mode right now because I'm getting the same, thing from watching my son, who's a 19-year-old, kind of getting a lot of animosity and hatred towards him when he's just a kid.
Bronny don't be doing jack, but obviously he's gonna catch it since his last name is James. But he don't be doing nothing, bro, to like get the hate he does. But that's just how the media in the world works, bro.
There's a very small number of men and women that actually get to live out their dream of playing a professional sport. And we have grown men and women out here doing whatever they can to try to make sure that does not happen. That is the weirdest thing in the world, but it is what it is. And I'm glad that Caitlin.
Some people actually do generally have hate. Now, hate is not ever, justified, if that makes sense.
Or shoulders.
If we put his political takes aside, LeBron
especially off of sports, bro. Like, I understand they lost you money and all that, but you just can't hate them because at the end of the day, bro, which I'll be getting heated whenever I bet somebody like sell me like hard, but at the end of the day, you can't hate them, bro. Like, for real, like, you can't. Because one, you don't know what they could be dang, I rewound this back too far. One, you don't know what they could be going through. You don't know what just happened in their day. You don't know none of that. Just because these players playing in all these games, like all the spotlight, whatever, bro, they're still human, just like we are literally all the same. They go through stuff just like we do, bro. Let alone you gotta go crazy and play up to par every single night in and night out through injuries or soreness or whatever. And people think the NBA is easy, bro. The NBA is better than most jobs in the world and all that, but the NBA is not easy, bro. And I feel like most of the time when people say that, it's always the people that really don't play sports and never was really heavily involved in sports, bro. The amount of work you have to put in, with the amount of stress, mental stress, the amount of pressure that can come, especially when you get to a certain level, the amount of spotlight, your body is literally hurting the whole time. And then you got, well, obviously with every job, whatever then obviously you add life to it on top of that. Then you add injuries, you add all kind of stuff, bro. Sports is better than a whole lot of jobs. Like, it is. Obviously, it's better. It's a blessing to do that, but it's a lot harder than most stuff. And the fact that people try to downplay it, you'd be like, oh, all you do is shoot basketball. I promise you, the same people who say all you do is play basketball, put the ball to who would play a child's game for, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it sounds good. That's great. But if the same people who did that, if you put them in the NBA, and then you got to compete against the best basketball players, I promise you they'll not be saying that if they actually went through that. You know what I'm saying?
A somewhat sensible person.
Thinking,
much
bro.
like Caitlyn, he also had to navigate a career where every move, be it on the court or off, was put under a microscope. He faced criticism for nearly everything, like his decision
you're
to leave
on
Cleveland
camera
for Miami.
Spotlight literally on you no matter what you do. So like,
plays the game being too soft for his political and social commentary.
You know so.
Yet, despite the noise, LeBron has remained focused on the game, building a legacy that puts him in the greatest of all time conversation. Caitlin Clark finds herself in a similar situation, and she's drawing the attention of toxic people who can only dream of achieving her level of success in their respective field. But that's the thing, when you're at the top of your game, everyone has an option, and not all of them are fair or rooted in reality. To prove how Sunny's take is flat out wrong, I'm going to let Whoopi share some of her statistics.
I want to point something out. She is the NCAA's all-time leading scorer of men and women. In February, she broke the women's record. In March, she broke Pistol Pete Maravich's 3,667-point record. She's had more 30-point games than anyone in the past 25 years.
Yeah.
Okay? She holds this three-point record for women. She's the Big Ten's all-time leader in assists.
And that's only in the NCAA. In the WNBA, she broke a lot of records, like setting the franchise records for most double-doubles, most three-pointers, and most career 10-plus assists games with the Indiana Fever. She's the fastest WNBA.
That's just with the team, not even as a rookie. That's crazy.
Player to reach 100 three-pointers, fastest player to reach 350 points, and 150 assists in the league's history. On top of that, she made it to the All-WNBA first team and won the season's Rookie of the Year award. She's also bringing more eyes to the sport. For instance, quote, Fox executive Michael Mulvill reported that Clark's games on TV averaged around 1.2 million viewers, which is almost 3 times the audience of the average WNBA
She
game,
built this,
averaging
bro.
around
She just built this,
400,000 viewers. More people started attending the Fever's games too. Tim Reynolds, who's an AP reporter, said, quote, when Clark's team played, they averaged around 16,000 fans this season, while non-Fever games only averaged around 8,500. LeBron also touched on this point and made an interesting prediction.
The one thing that I love that she's bringing to her sport, more people want to watch. More people want to tune in. I saw for the first time that they had a chartered plane for the first time.
They did put them in debt, but, you know.
No, they flew private. Okay. That should be celebrated, and it's because of Caitlin Clark. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it fucked up. Caitlin Clark is the reason why a lot of great things is going to happen for the WNBA. But for her individually, I don't think she should get involved on nothing that's being said. Just go have fun, enjoy.
I'd say that's absolutely right. Athletes of Caitlin's caliber have the ability to elevate the entire sport on their path to achieving greatness. Throughout history, there have been iconic athletes who didn't just play, they changed the way people viewed and engaged with their sports. For example, Michael Jordan did it with the NBA as he helped make it a global phenomenon. Serena Williams revolutionized tennis, making it more inclusive and inspiring countless young women to pick up a racket. Similarly, Ronda Rousey actually brought women's MMA into the mainstream, showing that female fighters could headline events and draw massive crowds. And who can overlook Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi? These two football legends are currently transforming soccer leagues in the US and South.
Messi, Neymar, all that, man, I ain't lie. I'm biased. I don't care. Neymar to go to soccer, bro. I'm biased. Yep, sure am.
Arabia, providing their influence goes beyond the pitch. I think Caitlyn is already on the same path, and sports would be a much better place if we left the issue of race out of it. But I'd love to know your thoughts here, so let's get the conversation rolling in the comments down below. By the way, if you enjoyed this video, please share it with your friends.
If y'all did stay this long till the end of the video, man, y'all boys let me know how y'all feel about everything I said. He said whoever went down. But if you did stay this long, please sub up to the channel if you have not already. We're 6 subs away from 1K. That will be highly appreciated. You know what I'm saying? And if you do want to become a member of the channel, there will be a link down in the description below. But that'll be said. Without further ado, I'll see y'all young boys in the next one. Have a blessed in Jesus' name. Yeah.